Hello, how are you? Welcome to the masterclass. Check this out. Runs. I'm gonna teach you how to do runs and how I do my runs and all that stuff. Try to break it down as simple as possible because I get why how it's mad complicated and stuff like that because it took me forever. But I'm gonna start you off with this and understanding the basic of it so you can really get a grasp on everything else we're gonna talk about in this series. I'm gonna start you off with the practice of scales because that is literally where runs honestly got to derive from. So when you see a lot of my most basic runs and stuff like that, they're really coming out of the scale of whatever the song I'm playing in. If I can't find no other patterns or anything to work with, I'm literally going off of whatever the scale is and I'll run that thing. But also that's a good way to practice, to get your fingers used to doing it. So right off the bat, I'm gonna start you off in the key of A flat. That's the key we're gonna work in for this practice. Okay, so A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, A flat. So this is what it is, right? That's what we're working with. The goal is to get you to do this. That's the goal. But that's like the further goal. There's other further goals, but the short term is to get you to do this. Wait, my bad. And all we did was do the scale all the way up and did not stop. Usually you stop on the other A flat, but if you can just keep going and continuing it, that's where we can start getting into like runs and actually being able to run this thing. All right, so first things first, something that took me forever to learn. Like I said, I'm not classically trained. So one of the key things you need to know is how to even do the scale thing. A lot of people don't know that. It's technique. You feel me? So, but I'm gonna show you on this camera right here. Here's the thing, right? There's a crossover that you have to do with your thumb. And then there's a crossover that you gotta do with your middle finger. This is what it looks like. With your scales, you always start wherever you're gonna be. If you're going this way in your right hand, obviously you can start with your thumb. So in other cases, you start with your pinky. That's kind of weird, but you know, you start with your pinky or you start with your thumb. But there's crossovers that have to happen with both. So I'm gonna show you with your pinky when you do your scales. This is how you gotta practice it. So I'm gonna start off slow. And when you do that, you're gonna end on your thumb. You're gonna be like, I ain't got no more fingers, right? But watch this. Bop, 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 bop. I ain't got no more fingers. This is what you're supposed to do, bro. You take this middle finger and you throw it over. Yeah, cross it over. Cross your middle finger over. Now you got two right here, but the thumb is gonna come up too. And you're just gonna have three more because that's all you have any left anyway. You got three notes left. Wait, you only had F, G, A flat left. So I'm gonna show you it again. So show you again. That's how you do that going that way. Same process going this way. And your left end is gonna do the same thing. You're gonna run out of fingers eventually. You're gonna run out of fingers. That's when you cross over your middle finger. Okay, same thing. Wait. You're gonna run out, cross over. That's how you do that. There's a crossover that way. Rewind that and keep practicing that. I promise you, it's crucial. Now, there's a way to do it with your thumb because you might go this way with your right hand. Remember, your thumb's gonna cross under. So the thumb ends up swooping under to go. I'll start off with the right hand, going that way because it goes up and it goes down. So starting here, right? So here's the funny part, right? Instead of crossing over when you ain't got no more fingers, you have to cross over going this way, start on your thumb. You cross over once you get to the middle finger. You start over with your thumb. So watch this. When you get to that middle finger, it's time to cross. It's so weird. Eventually you get, once you practice it going slow and getting used to bouncing that thumb back up to start over, it's way more smooth. And this is without the sustains pedal. I'm gonna show you in a minute, but. And then going down, it's. Crossover at the middle finger. So I'll show you that again. You can't see it, but my thumb is swooping under my palm and going here. Okay? Swooping. Same thing here. Ran out of fingers, middle finger. Middle finger crosses over. So starting on your pinky, you're gonna run it all the way to your thumb. On your pinky, you go all the way to your thumb. Okay? And you cross over with your middle finger and finish out. But if you go back down, you stop at the middle finger and you cross over, you cross under with your thumb. Okay? So over, going back down on the thumb, cross under. That's left hand. And again, over here. Because we start on the thumb, we're going to cross under. Pinky. We're crossing over with the middle finger. Feel me? So if it's pinky, you're gonna run out of fingers and then cross over with your middle finger. If you're starting on your thumb, you're gonna stop at the middle finger and cross under with your thumb. Rewind that and get that down. I'm telling you, that's the technique. Because eventually what that looks like is you speeding that up. Understand that. That's with any scale. Even if you're doing with your C. Start with C, honestly, it's easier. I gave you A flat because that's a challenge, but do that first. Do A flat first because it's a good balance between you getting used to bouncing between these back keys. But once you do that, then practice on your C, which is all white. And you can just, it's a lot easier. You can just, but I say practice hard first. Well, hard. It's not that hard because you know what you're pressing. You just got to practice doing it. But then you'll realize if you bounce back and forth, it'll be easier on both ends. But the point is that technique of the crossover and the cross under. That's a huge technique to have. A lot of the runs that I do, that's what you don't pay attention to. This is one of the things that I'll do. Taking that technique, I'll show you why that's important. So what I'll do is, you see me talk about this a lot in this series. A flat in the A flat key. A flat, play the fifth in your point finger. E flat, that's the fifth, and then do the octave. So you got the octave and you got the fifth. Okay? This is already a good start. Now notice we were in A flat major. There is a chord called an A flat major chord. That's it, right? Now what you'll notice is that this already has two of what we just pressed in this, okay? It's just a C. I'll press the C. That's already, you already got the chord there, A flat. And you got it here, and you got it here, and you got it here, and you got it here. Just like I've been saying in the Understanding the Piano course, it's everywhere. It's all up. You got this everywhere. So if you got this here, you got it here. And if you got it here, you got it here. And if you got it here, you got it here. Same thing with this. You got that here. You got that here. You got that here. So you have this connection. You have this connection in several different places. See? That pattern is going to be all up through here. That pattern's there. So if you look at it, I'm trying to expand it. I'm I'm trying to hit all of them I can. But either way, just this alone could be a run. So if I'm looking at the key and I'm in A flat major, I already got a run I can do. I'm looking at it right now. I'm seeing like, okay, I got that pattern and I can run it all the way up because it's the same all the way up here. If you just hit those and all you're hitting essentially is the A flat major chord, company that with that bass run that we be doing with the octave and the fifth, and in the midst of that you also throw in the chord, you get something magical. I'm gonna show you to use two hands. Now the reason this is cool is because it helps you really get to see what's happening, but also it looks cool. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you do this. We're gonna start with this chord, okay? You're gonna hit with one finger, you're gonna hit the A, and we're gonna use the sustain pedal so it holds and it don't do this. Now, when you're practicing, obviously you wanna go slow without the sustain pedal, but when you do it with the sustain pedal, it's gonna sound cooler. But I guess you can definitely practice without it first. But the idea here is you press the A flat, and then with these two fingers here, you're gonna press C, E flat, and then you move down. Okay, so A, C, E flat, A, C, E flat, A, C, E flat, A, C, E flat. And do that up and down this. Well, up first, and this is what you should have. And doing it in a little cadence where it's like. And if you do it with the sustain pedal, it sounds like this. And it looks cool. Looks like you're doing some magic right there. And you'll see that literally all you're doing is playing the chord up. But if you get faster, you notice that it sounds cooler because you're hitting the notes fast. And what you can start off with before you do that is roll into it with this. Use this. Okay? Use this. Okay? We're gonna get into what that is in other videos, but today we're just trying to keep it simple so to get you into seeing what's happening. Roll into it. Once you hit that with your thumb, and it'll sound like this. And you got yourself a run, and it works everywhere. Same thing with, this is your major, your main chord for the C scale. Yep. And this is what it'll look like. And it looks super cool, and it's happened, and it works. Eventually, and we'll get into this. I'm just breaking it down and showing you the idea, a quick way to understand and see how these runs actually work, behind the mechanics, behind the base, the foundation behind what I be doing. Like I said, we're gonna showcase it in a lot of other videos, more complex and more detailed and stuff like that. But this is just like introductory. I just want to show y'all like the basics and something you can work on right now. And it's finger placement, and it's definitely technique, and it's definitely understanding what scale you in and what notes you can hit. Because this actually turns into something that you can do in your left hand because of arpeggiating, which we talk about a lot, which is hitting this. Once you practice and get your left hand strong, you can do arpeggiating in your left hand. So most of my runs come from my left hand because I practice this, getting my left hand strong to be able to play a chord and then arpeggiate my left hand. Then do that same thing that we did right here where you run that up and then hit. Instead, I just do that in my left hand. So it looks like this. Now notice when I do this, you see this jump? You see that jump? You see my hand? You'll notice that my thumb, I'm comfortable doing a jump like that because I got comfortable doing my scales. And eventually you'll start breaking rules and you won't be landing on the right finger, honestly, because you'll be so comfortable with like just getting your hand over. That technique with the scale is like crucial for this, to be able to throw that over. Otherwise you're gonna be like, all right, how do I get over? But if you already know like the idea of the technique, see what I'm saying? Either way, I ain't gonna take much over your time. Keep watching videos locked in for more run videos. We're gonna really be getting deep into this, but this video is definitely foundation for like when you see me doing all my runs and stuff like that. When you see me doing all the stuff and everything, this is the foundation. So you start here and you will build yourself up. Either way, I'll see y'all in the next video. I appreciate y'all. Lock in. I got the description stuff and I got the comment section stuff. Look at them links. Talk to y'all later.